Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer scale of a goal, standing at the beginning of a vast, empty beach with an entire ocean to cross? You take one small step, and the finish line feels no closer than before. It's a feeling of being small and impossibly alone. In that feeling, there is a lesson from one of nature's most ancient Maranas, the sea turtle. Imagine a single, tiny hatchling deep beneath the sand. It has just broken free from its shell into cool, silent darkness. Above it lies a world it has never seen, filled with dangers it cannot comprehend. Its journey is just a few dozen meters from the nest to the sea. But for a creature the size of your palm, this is a monumental odyssey. Its instinct is to push, to dig, to climb towards the surface. A solitary struggle against the weight of the world. But it is not alone. It feels faint vibrations through the sand, the rustle of a sibling, the scraping of another shell, a tremor from below. It is one of many, all breaking free in a silent, synchronized rhythm. This is their first, most important act of cooperation. It is not a conscious plan discussed in the darkness, but an ancient, unspoken agreement, a biological wisdom. They do not emerge one by one, trickling out to be picked off easily by hungry crabs and waiting birds. Instead, they wait. They feel the cooling of the sand as night falls, and then, as if on a single command, they erupt, a living flood of tiny, determined turtles, pouring out onto the beach. This is the power of the collective. A single hatchling is a meal. 100 hatchlings are a force of nature. They overwhelm the predators. The sheer number of them ensures that while some may fall, many more will reach the water's edge. Their individual survival depends entirely on their collective action. We see this in our own world. Think of a group of new entrepreneurs, each with a brilliant idea, but limited resources. Alone, each one faces the vast, intimidating market, an ocean of competition. They could be picked off by larger companies, or simply run out of energy. But when they form a community, a local business alliance, they create their own safety in numbers. They share advice. They cross-promote on social media. They buy supplies in bulk. They erupt into the market together. Not all will succeed, but far more will reach the safety of the water than if they had crawled out onto the sand alone. Or consider learning a difficult new skill, like a complex programming language or a musical instrument. The journey can feel slow, frustrating. It's easy to give up when you're the only one struggling. But join a study group or an online forum, a small community of fellow learners. Suddenly, you are a part of a collective crawl. One person understands a difficult problem and explains it to the others. Another shares a resource that makes everything click. You are no longer just measuring your own slow progress. You are carried forward by the momentum of the group. The shared struggle becomes a shared strength. So, how do we learn this lesson from the turtle? First, look around you. Who else is still in the nest, waiting to begin? Find your cohort. Your strength is not just in your own determination, but in the shared pulse of those on the same path. Second, synchronize your efforts. Success is not always about being the first one out of the sand. It is often about emerging at the right time, with the right people. Wait for the signal, the cooling of the day, and move together. Support their launch, as they will support yours. And finally, trust. The slow progress. The journey across the sand is not a race. It is a crawl. A deliberate, persistent movement. Each tiny flipper pushing against a grain of sand is a victory. Celebrate these small, collective movements forward, because they are what will ultimately carry you into the vast, beautiful ocean of possibility. The journey ahead may be a solo one, but you will have reached the water because you started it Together,